Hear Something Good from the Seneca Women Podcast Network and iHeartRadio is a great way to start your day on the positive side of life. Brought to you in partnership with Bounty Paper Towels. Check out our episode on home hygiene. It has excellent advice from a doctor who's an infectious disease specialist, and you'll also get some great cleaning tips from Bounty Paper Towels. They not only make cleaning more convenient, but they also leave your surfaces cleaner than used dishcloths, and they're disposable. For great advice and tips, listen to the Here's Something Good podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lost Hills is a new podcast about a mystery in idyllic Malibu, California, when a man goes camping with his 2 young daughters and doesn't make it home alive. After his death, the cops follow a crumb trail of clues and arrest a survivalist they find camping in the woods. That's when things get complicated. Lost Hills is a shocking story that uncovers a dark truth about law enforcement in Malibu, California. Listen to Lost Hills on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by Discover. Discover. Something brighter.
Hello and welcome. It's hour number three of our radio program. We go to Major League Baseball. They have leaked out an internal memo, which is going out today, the punishment for doctoring of the balls. And what do you make of paid suspensions by Major League Baseball? They're gonna really show you who's the boss here. We're gonna pay you, and you don't have to play. That's punishment. Another amazing moment in the tenure of Rob Manfred as commissioner. That and more. It's coming your way right now here in hour number 3. Now, Major League Baseball yet again falling into a sinkhole. There is new information out in the overnight regarding the punishment, I say that in air quotes, the punishment for pitchers who are going to be caught cheating. The new rules being implemented. Welcome in the beginning of another hour of the Ben Maller Show. We are in the air everywhere as we talk the talk, coast to coast, border to border, and beyond on the vast and powerful microphones of FSR, emanating live from where? Right here, the court of public opinion, the Fox Sports Radio studios. Good to have you along. And we go back to the well one more time. Our lead coming from Major League Baseball. New information out regarding the plan of baseball to crack down, get tough on crime. Pitchers have been doctoring the ball unfettered for years, but now baseball's going to put their foot down. No more. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Well, baseball leaked the guidelines that they are putting in place to punish players who are caught doctoring the balls, right? Doctoring the balls. And so if you didn't see this, and maybe not, we have now learned the official memo outlining that plan for foreign substances will be released today to the members of the cartel of baseball. It includes, I hope you're sitting down for this. If you're working, you might want to pause. The punishment includes a 10-day suspension with pay. A 10-day suspension with pay for anyone caught with any sort of illicit substance, which includes sunscreen, rosin, spider tack, rubbing your junk, whatever leads you to get a foreign substance on the baseball. Now, enforcement of the foreign substance rule is expected to start June 21st, we are told. So if you look at your calendars now and you say, well, okay, today is the 15th of June. We do this in real time. So that means less than a week. So if you want to get your cheating in, if you want to doctor the baseball and not have anyone breathing down your neck, now is the time to do it. Now, some teams, this is outstanding, how deep-rooted this problem is. Some teams are supposedly asking their players, their pitchers, who regularly have used illegal substances, to throw bullpen sessions el natural, right? We call it commando style, without the underwear. You're just naked out there on the mound, and they want their pitchers to get used to the feel of actually having to pitch, the way pitchers are pitch without the goo. Of course, they used to do it, but I'm sure they've always cheated over the years. Anyway, so let us discuss the question: what do you make of Major League Baseball's decision to hand out paid suspensions? Paid suspensions. So I've got super soaker, sackless, and fetal-like position. And we will combine all of these things together, and we will make some baba ganoush. Make the baba ganoush, man. All right, we'll make the baba ganoush. Now, first of all, Major League Baseball, yet again, making a mistake. They should hire me as the commissioner. They keep effing up, which is good for the show because it allows me to rant and rave like a lunatic in the middle of the night and scream and shout under the cover of darkness. But here we are at another crossroads, and they have been whispering to hand-picked media, their favorite media types, that this is a major problem. And there's certain baseball insiders that are on the in with the league office. There's other insiders that are on the in with the players' union. And baseball, this was intentionally leaked to get the temperature in the room, although they know what the temperature in the room is. They're aware of this, right? They're aware of what's going on. But in an effort, out of an abundance of caution to curtail the widespread use of grip-enhancing substances by pitchers, blah, 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 blah. Any foreign substance, 10-game suspension. Are they going to still leave the rosin bag behind the mound? Or are they going to? Is that allowed or no rosin? My God, the epidemic, not pandemic. We've just lived through a pandemic. The epidemic of goo on balls. So you have a wildfire. Rob Manfred. Here's what he needs to do. He needs to call in an army of water-dropping planes. You've got a big wildfire. You need all the cavalry.
You thrilled our fans throughout the postseason with a great performance.
And instead, the commissioner is holding a super soaker over the inferno saying, I got this, boys. Don't worry. I got this. No problem. That's leadership. Seldom has baseball sent a message on these issues. Now, I lived through the steroid era, or maybe I saw it on YouTube. Either way, I recall that for years there had been people saying, well, this guy's on steroids, that guy's on steroids. And baseball looked the other way. They didn't pay any attention to it. And then even when they started to do something, it was a slap on the wrist here and there. It was selective enforcement and all of that. Now, certain guys didn't get punished at all. Other guys were doing it. And some guys like Ryan Braun would lie right to your face and say, I never cheated. And then turns out he absolutely did. Anyway, so that's baseball in a nutshell. That's baseball in a nutshell. So to me, they got to make their mind up. Either this is a major issue, and they're claiming it is. They've been for weeks leading you down the garden path, or it's all window dressing. But you got to make your mind up. I know baseball is doing this, as we said, because they want to artificially increase offense. They've already doctored with the baseballs, and they were, okay, now they've determined it's because of spin rate. That's why guys can't hit. It's not that they're swinging from the heels trying to hit the ball to the moon. It's instead that, no, it's because of spin rate. That's the cure-all for everything. That's going to be the magic placebo for baseball. And you've been stealing. Imagine the suspension of baseball. It's like you're stealing from the company. You're embezzling money from the company, which is essentially like Garrett Cole sucks all of a sudden, or Trevor Bauer, and they got these big contracts. They were embezzling money, but now we're going to give you a paid company vacation because you know what? You really upset us. We're going to give you a paid company vacation. Now, secondly, why is the face of baseball, which is the commissioner, is the power broker, afraid of issuing real discipline? Like, it's not trigonometry. Rob Manfred is, as the commissioner, the judge, jury, and executioner on these matters. And this is the Komodo dragon in the room, Rob Manfred. Right? The guy that sounds all liquored up at the World Series every year.
You led the Dodgers to a World Series victory.
Yeah, Rob Manfred let the cheating ass Astros, got it right that time, cheating Astros skate by, and now he's essentially going to do the same thing for the pitchers dabbling in the sticky icky of the baseball. Right? He's not only gutless, spineless, and he's also a sackless wonder. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. And he hasn't even raised a finger over the years he's been commissioner until now. And that's the other thing. It's like, okay, do whatever you want. But no, you can't do it. What's my evidence? Baseball has not suspended a pitcher for a foreign substance in over 6 years. Now, let's do some math on this. So it's been over 6 years since a pitcher got punished. Rob Manfred took over as the commissioner in January of 2015. Why do these things go together? So baseball has, the entire time Rob Manfred's been in charge as the lead dog, no one has been punished, right? He took over 2015. But let's focus in on the here and now. What kind of punishment is this if you're a pitcher? Like, what kind of punishment? You get embarrassed, you get a little shamed and all that, but you don't lose any money, and it doesn't affect your bank account, which is the most important thing. The 10-game suspension, depending on days off, you might only miss one start. It might be just one start. The way teams are able to manipulate with the different things you can do these days, it's possible. One start missed, and you get the benefits of the gunk on the baseball. Are we going to see a conga line of pitchers being suspended here? It's like everyone's doing the conga dance, right? They're doing the conga. And you get suspended, you in the back, you get suspended. The whole thing. All right, final thought. So it's going to be an interesting chapter here that we look forward to chronicling behind the microphones of FSR. Rob Manfred does not have a clue. He can't buy a clue. He continues to be cowering and panicked over the union. This, again, it goes back to the union. And Rob Manfred knows that there is labor nuclear war on the horizon in 2022. The agreement between the union and the ownership side is Dunski's. And so they're panicked. They're like, we got these TV contracts. We got all this money. We need the money. What are we doing here? What's going on with that? And so he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to pretend like he's the tough guy. He's the muscle. And I'm going to crack down on Spider Tack. But at the same time, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair with the union. And so that's why he's not suspending guys without pay, because Rob Manfred is curled up, face down, in a fetal-like position, sucking his thumb, afraid of the union raising a ruckus. And so it makes Major League Baseball more and more. These type of moves make Major League Baseball more and more like the NBA, which is more and more like the WWE. It's this time. It's like, we're going to get tough on you, and we're going to give you a vacation. Yeah. I've worked in radio a long time. I've known people who've worked here that have been suspended, and as long as they're getting paid, no one seems to mind it. No one, people don't seem all that upset. As long as you can still pay their mortgage and all that, as long as everything's okay, they're good to go. When it becomes problematic is when you're not getting paid. Then we got something.
The only reason this is happening is because it's got backing of the players. Let's just get that straight. If the players, the hitters weren't tired of the pitchers having the advantage with all the sticky stuff on the ball, this wouldn't be happening.
Well, what about Pete Alonso? Pete Alonso said, let him cheat. Let him do whatever they want. That's Alonso, the Mets.
The majority of the players are fed up, and that's the only reason why this is happening. If the union, if the players, the hitters didn't approve this, it wouldn't be happening because they're too powerful. The MLB union is too powerful. It wouldn't be happening.
All right. Well, we'll see.
So Rob Manfred tries to act like he's got no power in this whatsoever.
Well, based on what I have been monitoring here, the guys that have to be suspended are Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Corey Kluber, Trevor Bauer. I'll throw Bauer out there. Right? Yeah. Those are the guys that if you're actually going to say this is legit, you got to suspend those guys. And if they don't all get suspended, it's bullcrap. Okay, because we have it's like the steroid. During the steroid era, there were rumors and there was a lot of anecdotal, circumstantial evidence directing at certain guys.
Yeah, you remember the Mitchell report? Yeah, we're gonna come out with this report, but there's gonna be no names. No names are gonna be on
names. That's when the big remember Big Poppy got leaked. Big Poppy was in
Manny,
that, Manny. Yeah. Manny was on the estrogen though. He was on the. He was ahead of his time with the estrogen. Yes. All right.
Manny would.
All right, it is the Ben Maller Show, and let's call this guy Patient Zero. Patient Zero. We'll get to that, and also watch out. Please, whatever you do, watch out for that burrito. Sorry, Roberto. We'll get to that, and we will do it next.
Be sure to catch live editions of the Ben Maller Show weekdays at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio and the iHeartRadio app.
It's crazy how much we have to pay for outdated, impersonal healthcare, and even crazier that we all just accept it. It's time to face facts. Healthcare is backwards. Luckily, there's Forward, a new approach to primary care that's surprisingly personal and refreshingly straightforward. Forward never makes you feel like just another patient. Backed by top-rated doctors and the latest tech, Forward gives you access to personalized care whenever you need it. Using in-depth genetic analysis and real-time blood work, Forward's top-rated doctors provide you with in-depth insights to better understand your genetics, mental, and physical health. They then create custom, easy-to-understand plans to help guide you to achieving long-term health. With Forward, you get unlimited in-person visits with your doctor and access to care anytime via the Forward app, all for one flat monthly fee. It's time to stop accepting backwards healthcare and start moving your health forward. Visit GoForward.com today to learn more. That's GoForward.com.
Here's Something Good from the Seneca Women Podcast Network and iHeartRadio is a great way to start your day on the positive side of life. We're bringing you inspiration, advice, and practical ideas. So here's something good for today, brought to you in partnership with Bounty Paper Towels. Want to feel better about your home? Want a home that not only looks clean, but is clean and safe? Then check out our episode on home hygiene. It has excellent advice from a doctor who's an infectious disease specialist, and you'll also get some great cleaning tips from Bounty Paper Towels. They not only make cleaning more convenient, but they also leave your surfaces cleaner than used dishcloths, and they're disposable. For great advice and tips, listen to the Here's Something Good podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Maller Militia, turn on your radio. It's time to listen to the Ben Maller Show. It's in the air and everywhere, so don't be late. Our monologue is coming soon when Ben begins to blow the air.
We believe in the power of the people in the Maller Militia. Get the most out of the Ben Maller Show listening experience by adding your touch. Take a few seconds to follow your host on Twitter. He's at Ben Maller. And you can tweet at and follow our technical producer. He plays all the music, like this original song by Raz, Quit the Band, and others. A lot of the sound bites as well. His first name is Roberto. His last name is Flores. You can follow him at Raider_Rob24.
The Flying Hawaiian. He won a World Series with the Phillies, and he won a World Series with the Red Sox.
I don't know.
More great answers just like that coming up in moments on Maller's Mountain of Money. And now live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, it's Ben Maller.
Well, several of you have been asking, when is the talent show? It's going to be in July. We'll pick the exact day. I got to check everyone's schedule because I don't want to do it when... I think I scheduled it. Was it last year and somebody was away? We had to push it back, so I got to make sure everyone's going to be here. But right around July 12th, 13th, 14th, somewhere in that area. Probably 12th to 13th. I know you're very concerned about it. Did he curse? Oh, my God, he cursed! Raz, you can't say that! How dare you! All right, we began the hour talking about baseball and the crackdown, which is beginning, baseball leaking to one of their broadcast partners in Connecticut. They're struggling over there in Bristol. Leaked the story about what the punishment's going to be, and it's going to start in 6 days from today. FSR fact-check account writes in, not verified, says, fact check, Rob Manfred is sackless. Quote from Ben Maller. Analysis, There are no public records of Rob Manfred playing football at any time in his life. Statement cannot be refuted with evidence. It is mostly true. That is correct. See, people assume the wrong thing. When I say sackless, I'm not talking about the male anatomy. I'm talking about football. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about football, getting to the quarterback. That's the way it is. All right. Who else do we have? James the Machinist says, good job, Ben, for including Trevor Bauer on the naughty list. My whole life, baseball has been plagued by one scandal after another. Couple that with being a Twins fan, and it's getting nearly impossible, James the Machinist says, to care about the sport. I don't blame you. The way things are going for the Twins there, you might want to, they're not really trying, so you might want to hold out, and if they get back into it, you can check back in. I did want to go back, though. I was reading this story. It's online. I guess it's in Sports Illustrated, but they did a big write-up with Brian Harkins. Bubba. Guy's a legend. In Anaheim, I knew this guy. I didn't know him well, but I covered the Angels years ago. He was with the Angels like 30-something years or whatever, and he was a clubhouse guy. Those are the guys that know where all the bodies are buried. Those are the guys that know everything, the clubhouse guys. And if you remember the story, he was the visiting clubhouse manager for like 30 years in Anaheim, and he got fired last year, in March 2020. No one really paid attention because the world stopped in March of 2020. But this guy got fired, and it would have been his 39th season with the Angels, 31 of those as the visiting clubhouse manager. And so he told the story to Sports Illustrated. Now, he was fired for giving a special sticky substance to a number of pitchers. But this guy's singing like a canary. Bubba. Good for him, right? That's the whole livelihood. His whole life was working in baseball. Baseball openly allowed this, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, you can't do it. We're going to fire your ass. You're patient zero. And so he had mentioned a number of names, included on that list, players that text him and called him to get the substance to put on the ball. Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Corey Kluber, Adam Wainwright. And so Sports Illustrated went back. Harkins gave the phone records to Sports Illustrated, and they went back through public information files and verified every one of the numbers. Every one of the numbers. So if you're baseball, you got to then punish those guys. Now, Harkins filed a defamation lawsuit against the Angels. It's very tough to win a defamation lawsuit. And the court system ruled in favor of the Angels. He's appealing that. And so that allows the Angels to give no comment when asked. Let's go to Marcelo, who is up next. He's in SoCal. Hello, Marcelo.
Hey, how's it going, Ben?
Where you been, Marcelo? It's been a while, Marcelo. Where you been?
Yeah. I haven't called you in a year.
Did you just take the year off because of the COVID? You're back now, and you're like, I'd like to make an appearance?
No, well, you never answer my calls. I've been on hold since Petros and Money.
Oh, really? You've been on hold since? How was the Petros and Money show? Did they have a good show?
No, well, I didn't listen to them because I went to the Dodgers game. So I wanted to hear your take because I got to witness. I got to see. I wanted to hear your take because I know you don't believe in Pujols.
Yes,
and I think he has done good. And Jensen. So I want to hear your take because I went to the game and I missed your first 2 hours because I was listening to the Dodgers.
I understand.
David
much more. David Vassay covering me up here. How dare him?
I know. How dare them?
Yes.
Listen.
Exactly. But Marcelo, I have not changed my position on Albert Pujols. I don't trust.
He's been great. He's been great against lefties. So he's been over 500 and believe against lefties. So.
Okay.
The platoon with Beatty and Pujols has been great.
Look at Roberto over there. He's got his number 55 Albert Pujols jersey. What a house man this guy is. My God.
He's right. Even when the Dodgers lose, he always puts hits. He puts his doubles. They rob him from home runs, but he's
okay. So all right. So what's going to happen? All right. Here's the deal. You put him in the lineup, and then you got to take him out because they're going to bring a right-handed pitcher, and he's hitting 141 this season against right-handed pitching.
Matt Beatty.
141 against right-handed.
Matt Beatty was good.
What's that?
Oh, and Ben, one last thing.
Yeah.
Today was the last day it was nice. I took my wife that's pregnant, and I took my daughter, and hey, we had 2 rolled by ourselves. And
oh,
that was the
nice.
last time.
Yeah. How was it out there? I've not been to a game. How
Oh, no, it was nice. It was in a reserve. I was in the reserves 25, but it's nice, and now we're gonna have full capacity. You know, we were able to put our feet up, and
yeah. So you like the fact that the Dodgers are taking it in the shorts. They can't sell all those tickets, but it's good for you. And I agree with you. It's much more enjoyable experience going to a game when you can put your feet up and relax and spread out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So here's what I would advise you: wait until like the Rockies and Diamondbacks come in on a Tuesday night, and then you can have
Monday or Tuesday night.
You can have that same experience with your family, Marcelo.
Sundays also.
No one will be there.
Yeah. That's true. Hey, one last thing, Ben.
Oh,
hey,
you
Ben,
said one last thing before. That's 2 last things. You already said one last thing, Marcelo.
Hey,
you can't have one last thing when you already had your last thing. What?
Hey, the Clippers blow. They're going to go to Seattle.
Good job, Coop. Finally, after all this year away, Coop finally listened to me and hung up on that bad caller. How dare him? Yeah, Marcelo, the Clippers are moving to Seattle. That's why Steve Ballmer's building the Taj Mahal in Inglewood, because he wants to move the team to Seattle. Well, that shows you the Laker historians are getting scared. They're getting scared. We got him. He's a historian, that Marcelo. Oh, my God. Let's go to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Blind Scott. I smoked him out. Blind Scott and Dylan in Boston. What's going on, Blind Scott?
Dude, I know what Marcelo was up to during the pandemic. He was making a whole lot of love there, man. He brought his kids, his pregnant wife, his little dog Paco, his mother-in-law, his father-in-law, all the Dodgers game, man. Baseball is finally affordable again. Wow. Baseball is back. Hey, dude, except for in Boston, man, baseball is not back in Boston. The Red Sox got caught cheating again, man. They put some spider glue on their hands, and then they threw the ball, and it went around in circle like a million times, and then nobody could hit it out of the infield. So they came up with this thing called the Red Sox fribble, and it can't get past second base. And now that they can't do it anymore, somebody hit 8 home runs in one game on Sunday.
Well, it wasn't one person, Blind Scott. It was a whole.
Oh no, it was one person. It was Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That's right. 8 home runs.
Yeah. You know, we're going to simple it down for the listeners here. You don't have the brightest bunch of people listening to the show. Come on, we're just trying to catch on to the public.
Example A there, Blind Scott.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah, so, you know, here in Boston, I like this Matt Jones guy. He's pretty good. I think he's better than Cam Newton. And then we got Jared Stidman and Brian Boyer. And then we got Stephon Gilmore. He didn't show up to training camp today.
I saw that. Big Maller monologue on Stephon Gilmore coming up next hour.
Next hour at drive time.
That's right.
Drive time for all you carpenters in the union coming from New Hampshire who can't afford to live in Boston. You losers. You catch a monologue going into to bang your iron into the steel cloud in your Ford F-350 with no four-wheel drive.
All right, you're a douche. All right, thank you, Blind Scott. All right, there you go. Blind Scott, who has he has an apartment on the north end, but his apartment is the size.
I sit down when I pee.
He lives in a shoebox, essentially, but is on the north end, which is a very nice part of Boston. Is the old part of Boston.
Well, it doesn't really matter because he can't see it.
Exactly. So for him,
it's a luxury condo.
It's a penthouse apartment in the sky.
Sat on the toilet with the plunger in it the other day.
Be sure to catch live editions of the Ben Maller Show weekdays at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Hey, this is Jason McIntyre. Join me every weekday morning on my podcast, Straight Fire with Jason McIntyre. This isn't your typical sports pod pushing the same tired narratives down your throat every day. Straight Fire gives you honest opinions on all the biggest sports headlines, accurate stats to help you win big at the sportsbook, and all the best guests. Do yourself a favor and listen to Straight Fire with Jason McIntyre on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
With how much we rely on our devices, it's easy to forget about the hardware we're born with. Take ears. Like fingerprints, your ears are totally unique. Too bad your earbuds aren't. Unless you've got Ultimate Ears Fits true wireless custom fit earbuds. Ultimate Ears Fits offer premium sound and all-day comfort. Their groundbreaking Lifeform technology guarantees a perfect fit in only 60 seconds. Just put in the earbuds, connect to the app, and watch as the purple LEDs form the earbuds to your unique shape. With 8 hours of continuous playback on a single charge and up to 20 hours with the charging case, Ultimate Ears Fits are the perfect choice for listening to your favorite music and podcast all day long without pain or discomfort. For a limited time, get 15% off above the current offer of your pair of Ultimate Ears Fits True Wireless Earbuds at ue.com/fits. Just use promo code FITS at checkout. That's 15% off the current offer with promo code FITS at ue.com/fits.
This episode is brought to you by HP Plus. In a world full of smart devices, shouldn't your printer be smart too? It is with HP Plus. These printers know when they're running low, so you always get the ink you need delivered right when you need it. Plus, you save up to 50% on ink, so you can print whatever you want, as much as you want, anytime you want. Huh, that is pretty smart. Get 6 free months of instant ink when you choose HP Plus. Conditions apply. Visit hp.com/smart for details.
So many questions coming from this story, Ben. First of all, do you know what the Corn Ferry Tour is?
Oh, yeah. I watch that every year. Come on.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
I don't even know what Corn Ferry is, but apparently...
Well, Eddie, that's third rail, my man.
Yeah?
Come on.
Is it?
Sounds like a party to me, though.
Right,
I like corn, and I've heard of ferries.
At the Corn Ferry Tours Wichita Open, which is a golf event. But apparently, Corn Ferry is some consulting firm. They put their name on this developmental league in golf. They used to call it the Nike Tour back in the day.
Wonder how they came up with that name. Yes, Eddie. Yes.
So there was a fight that happened during the Wichita Open.
A rhubarb
on the golf course between Austin Daly and Luke Smith.
Yeah.
So apparently, Austin Daly was upset because Luke Smith and his party were not helping to tend the pin or search for potentially lost golf balls. So he confronted them, and apparently Luke Smith didn't like that, and they got in a fight.
Yeah.
And they called the police, and Smith was arrested.
Whoa!
Was it Daly, Trevor Daly? Did I say Austin Daly? Austin Daly decided to press charges against this other golfer. So we had golfer on golfer crime in this this event in Wichita, Kansas. That saw a golfer
like
being taken
Happy
to the
Gilmore
Hooskow.
Happy Gilmore in real life.
Yeah,
They
how
got
about that?
Donnybrook, Bob Barker, get him out there throwing the club around. Wow. That's crazy, Eddie. All right. Thank you for that. That's the kind of golf story we need.
Yeah.
I'd watch more golf if they fought every once in a while.
You got to watch out on that Corn Ferry Tour. It's tough guys out there.
Those Corn Fairies, man. They're a tough bunch.
Corn with a K, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. It is the Ben Maller Show. Real quick, so we don't often talk about track and field because why would we? Other than the Olympics or if some random NFL player tries to qualify for the Olympics. But there is a story that caught my attention. There's a runner, a U.S. runner named Shelby Houlihan. You ever heard of Shelby Houlihan? Shelby.
I've heard of her and the Corn Ferry Tour.
Yeah,
as much as
exactly.
Yeah.
Shelby Houlihan received a 4-year ban from the people over at the World Anti-Doping Agency. A test showed an adverse analytical finding of nandrolone. I believe that's how you say it. So her defense, Eddie, she claims that she didn't cheat, that the foreign substance may have gotten into her body when she ate a pork burrito the night before a drug test.
Oh, man.
Yes. She says, I did everything I could to prove my innocence. I passed a polygraph test. I had my hair sampled by one of the world's foremost toxologists. And she swears that this might have been a nice pork burrito. Roberto, would you like to defend the pork burrito?
Yeah, but
why are you asking Roberto to defend
first,
the pork
where
Well,
did
he's cooking with Roberto. No, he's cooking with
Where'd she get the
Roberto.
burrito
Eddie.
from? That's what I want to know. Where'd she get the burrito from?
I don't know where she got the burrito from. I'm not sure. Well, hold on a sec. Now, here's the quote. We concluded that the most likely explanation was a burrito purchased and consumed approximately 10 hours before the drug test from an authentic Mexican food truck that serves pig near my house, she says, in Beaverton, Oregon. So a food truck in Beaverton, Oregon.
I wouldn't get Mexican food in
Oregon?
Beaverton, Oregon. Yeah.
You would not. What would you get in Beaverton, Oregon? Would you get beaver?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd eat that. All right, I understand. All right, it is that's it. We're here all night. It is the Ben Maller Show. So we press on.
Now, Maller's Mountain of Money.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Do you have what it takes to get to the top? Probably not.
All right, let's introduce our contestants for this week's edition of Maller's Mountain of Money. We go now to Florida, the Gulf Coast, and we say hello to Jed Who Fled. Hello, Jed Who Fled.
To all my drug users out there, if you're going into a drug test for probation, you want to take VIX 44D. If you want to plan to fail your analysis and have an excuse. But it has to have a D, or else you will.
Now, Jed,
yeah,
I'm willing to allow you to play the game here, Jed, but you've got to be on good behavior.
Yeah, like I won't cuss on the air like the song y'all play every time there's an intro. I won't cuss, on your intro song. This is boring, dude. This is what happens when I don't do narcotics. This is terrible. All
right, hold on. Trucker Joe in parts unknown. Hello, Trucker Joe.
What's happening, Ben?
Pick up that phone, Trucker Joe. Don't big time us on the speaker.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Ben? How you doing, man?
Like a phone commercial. I'm great. The Clippers are 2 wins away from the Western Finals. Things are looking up.
Yeah, but you still gotta win one in Utah. If you don't, you guys are losers. So it don't really matter right now.
They had the lead in Game 2, and they came back, had a chance to tie in Game 1. So I don't think they're worried about Salt Lake City at all.
Yeah.
I know you get your voodoo out, Trucker Joe. I know you're a Clipper hater, so get your voodoo down.
I'm not a Clipper hater, you know what I mean?
You're a Clipper hater. Don't lie to me. You don't lie to me.
I would actually like to see your team win for once. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lie. You're a typical
I don't mind rubbernecking like most of these people do out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where are you at, by the way, right now? Where are you?
I'm in the back roads of Pennsylvania, headed to Allentown.
Beautiful Allentown, PA. All right, hold on a sec. Let's go back to Jed Who Fled. Jed, who would you like to partner up with on this edition of Maller's Mountain of Money?
The wild man who encourages profanity and obscenity, Eddie Garcia.
Yeah, Eddie does have a foul mouth. Trucker Joe, who would you like to partner up with, Trucker Joe?
Just because I'm fair and balanced like your Clippers, I got to go with you, Ben.
All right, don't screw this up. Don't sandbag the game, Trucker Joe. Let's goof on Maller. I'll get every obvious answer wrong. Don't do that. Do not do that, Joe. I'll slap you around, Joe. We're in it to win it. Listen,
we won last time.
That guy Jed over there has done so many narcotics. We should be able to beat this guy. Okay, come on.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go back here. What are the board here, Koopaloo? What's this week's edition here called?
This is the Boy George edition.
Boy George.
Yes, he turned 60 years old yesterday.
Follows me on Twitter, by the way. What? Big fan of Boy George.
What?
Yes, he's a Maller militia guy. That's true. He does. Who knew?
Hey, we talking about Foreman or the homosexual singer? I don't understand.
Right. Keep your pants on.
Let's move past it. It's okay.
Right. He's androgynous.
That's too big a word, Coop. You got to know your audience. Come on.
Whoa! He's saying drop. Let's don't even do that.
The categories are: Do you really want to hurt me? Karma Chameleon, The War Song, and Nice and Slow.
I'm old school Southern. Let's do the War Song.
War Song. Okay. And hold on a second. And Trucker Joe, which category do you want?
Do you really want to hurt me?
Yeah, that's my man right there. All right, everyone stay on hold. Do not hang up or you'll be banned from the game. We will have the Boy George, by George. It's the Boy George edition of Maller's Mountain of Money. We get to that. We do it next.
Fox Sports Radio has the best sports talk lineup in the nation. Catch all of our shows at foxsportsradio.com. And within the iHeartRadio app, search FSR to listen live.
Nothing good happens after midnight unless you listen to the Ben Maller Show. Join the fastest growing club on Fox Sports Radio. You can follow your host on Twitter. He's at Ben Maller. And you can also follow him on Facebook, facebook.com/Ben Maller Show. And on Instagram, it's at Ben Maller on Fox. And you can add your weekly touch to show bits like Ask Ben and Lame Jokes. And now live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, it's Ben Maller.
And it is Maller's Mountain of Money. The teams, myself, Ben, with Trucker Joe, and Eddie, picked by Jed who fled. That is the matchup. Eddie, you were going first. So your category was, let's see here. You picked
War.
The war song.
War chant.
Jed's been at war with drugs for many years. All right, go ahead there, Eddie. What do we got here? Go ahead. What is this?
Me and drugs are an ally. We're an ally.
All right, so this is the war song. These athletes all served in the military. As always, first and last name of the athlete. You're going to have 45 seconds. Are you ready, Jed?
C.
Begin.
He broke the color barrier in baseball.
Jackie Robinson.
Former Astros and Rangers pitcher. He threw a bunch of no-hitters, beat up Robin
Nolan
Ventura.
Ryan?
Yes. The Admiral for the San Antonio Spurs.
David Robinson.
Old school Yankee catcher. He said funny things like it ain't over till it's over.
Yogi Berra.
Former NFL player was killed in Afghanistan.
Pat Tillman.
WWF wrestler. He was the governor of Minnesota.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Old school Yankee pitcher. His first name was kind of the opposite of the color black. His last name was a model of car.
Whitey Ford?
Yeah! Oh, my God!
Did I just sweep it on hard narcotics? Some of that androgynous, huh? Androgynous is a hard word.
You're like the Rain Man of heroin. Unbelievable. All right.
Hey, dog. What's funny? I'm high and I won. Yeah, son.
All right. My God.
Wow.
I'm
going to be honest. I didn't see that coming.
All right.
Come on, Trucker
We're moving
Joe.
over to Trucker Joe and Ben. Your categories, do you really want to hurt me? These athletes were all considered dirty. 45 seconds on the clock. Begin.
All right, Ravens linebacker. Where's the bloody suit?
Ray Lewis.
Yes. Third baseman for the Padres. He was with the Orioles and Dodgers before.
Pass.
All right. Point guard for the Jazz in the 80s with Karl Malone.
Greg Orsatag, would you say?
Oh, I knew this was going to happen. All right. Are you going to play like that? Because I'll end the game right now.
No.
All right. 1990s Knicks forward kicked out of MSG. This recently banned from MSG.
Charles Oakley.
That's right. Linebacker for the Bengals, baddest man, find a bunch, played with
Montez Perfect.
Yes. Cleveland Indians outfielder in the 90s, a slugger. He threw a baseball at a fan.
Oh, I don't know that one.
All right. Patriots in charge. All right. Well, there you go. You're funny.
I didn't hear the second question.
Greg Ostertag, you're an idiot. All right. You're an idiot. You've just been buried by a crackhead. Okay. All right. Go ahead. What do we have? What's next here? What do we have?
You have 110 points.
110 points.
Not bad.
You know what? I'm hanging up on his ass. Let's get somebody else in here.
Oh, wow.
Who are you? Hello, line 5. Hello, line 5. Are you there, line 5? Line 5's not there. All right. Credit card Gordon. Are you there, credit card Gordon? I'm desperate.
Okay,
the guy
I'm here.
sandbagged me, and I'm sick and tired of these morons coming in here and sandbagging the damn games.
Ben, put me on your team.
Doesn't sound like Gordon's there either.
Are you there, Gordon? I'm hanging up on your ass. You're gone. Get out of here.
None of me,
Go away. All right, you're gone.
Nobody wants none of drugs.
All right.
Narcotics are
Hold on a
undefeated.
second. I'm hanging on you. Line 3. Are you there, line 3?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Narcotics are undefeated.
Line 3. Hello, line 3.
Yes, I'm here.
You're on the. Who is it? You sound excited. Who is this?
Heroin. He's on heroin too. I know heroin.
What? Stop talking, Jed. You're annoying. What? Justin, you sound full of energy. Just the kind of guy I want to play a game show with. You want to play?
Yes.
All right. What is the category?
All right.
we're doing?
So, Justin, would you like Karma Chameleon or Nice and Slow?
Nice and slow. What are you talking?
I can't hear, Jake, because you won't shut up.
He said Karma Chameleon.
All right, good. Here we go.
All right, Justin and Ben, these athletes were all considered very versatile. 45 seconds on the clock. Begin.
All right, star for the Clippers right now. 2 wins away from the Western Finals. Played with the Spurs.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Played with the Spurs. All right, went to the Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yes! Oh, my God. Running back for the Eagles, Chargers, and Saints. Little guy, bug on the rug. He's got the record for all-purpose yards with 3 different teams. Yes. Bears kickoff return specialist holds the NFL record for...
Cordell Patterson.
No, NFL record for return touchdowns. He's retired now.
Josh Phipps.
No. Wow. Infielder for the Marlins, manager now of the Brewers, scored the winning run in the 97 World Series.
Craig Counsell.
Yes, you got that right. Outfielder for the Angels. All right. You did better than that other bum. Trucker Joe's banned from games, by the way. Trucker Joe is banned. Banned.
He got
Never
most
again.
of them right. What are you talking about?
He screwed up. He messed up.
Are we still in the lead, Coop?
Yeah, you're still in the lead. It's
That's
all
a winner, Jed.
I can't.
Golden ticket for Jed. How about that?
Jed's off the air because he cursed right now.
You can't sell that for drugs.
It's bull crap. It's absolute bull crap. And I knew that. And it was a sabotage by Koopaloo. He knew that I was going to be picked by the trucker.
My God. The world is against Ben if he loses.
I knew that was going to happen.
Such a
it happened.
crybaby.
He's a Laker apologist. That was a Laker sandbag.
That's a winner!
A message from Virginia's Department of Health. If you're like most people, you're ready for things to get back to normal. But the COVID-19 virus is changing, and new variants are in our communities. So if you're not fully vaccinated, don't let your guard down. Continue to wear a layered mask and stay 6 feet from others. Find your free COVID-19 vaccine today. Learn more at vdh.virginia.gov or 877-829-4682.
This season on Strange Arrivals, 3 men enter the forest to investigate what they think must be a plane crash.
When we saw the lights, we all hit the ground.
But it's not a plane crash.
I was standing there wondering, what is that?
It's something very different.
The only thing I could see was this black craft with light coming out of the bottom of it.
Find Strange Arrivals on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. And learn more at grimandmild.com.